Hello and welcome to Who Goes There podcast, episode 1. And I am Han.
I'm Tom. There's this thing, I'm looking at myself on this screen above me and it's really jarring me, especially because
It's inverted.
it's inverted and if I see myself anywhere, I have to look.
That is true.
That is true.
Yeah.
How are we?
Good, how are you?
It's alright, I've not seen you in a while.
Yeah, I saw you about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, don't do that.
We're trying to basically expand Who Goes There, so...
I'm doing it again.
Yeah, you are. So if you know us, which I'm sure 95% of you watching this right now do, we are young filmmakers trying to make it into the industry, very slowly but surely. And we have a production company called Who Goes There. So we're just trying to expand it. So we thought, why not do what everyone else is doing and do a podcast?
The main thing for me is, I think if you're a white person, and I think if you're pushing 25 and you've not really got something that is really going on just yet, you have two options. One is to kill yourself or start a podcast. So I choose life.
Right.
I choose life. And that is what I'm... at least that's my part of this. So that's what's going on.
I just thought it'd be enjoyable to talk about films and stuff and weird things because I talk a lot and I've got a lot of trivia, I think.
You have wonderful trivial facts.
Thank you.
And it would mean nothing more in the world to me than to have you share that with everybody else.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, I will start the conversation off today.
Sweet.
And ask you, Tom, what's your most controversial
You can't ask me.
horror movie take? Go on.
My most controversial horror movie
It could be a
take.
positive controversial take or a negative one.
Oh, right, okay. My positive controversial horror take. I think Rob Zombie's Halloween is the second greatest Halloween film of all time. And depending on the day, depending on when you catch me, I would say it's better than the original. So that's my controversial hot take. I'm glad we started on horror films because if you ask me for any other controversial opinions, we would probably have to cut it out. So
That's
yeah.
a controversial one there. That's very controversial.
Well, no, because Rob Zombie's the man.
No, I really like Rob Zombie films.
I love Rob Zombie.
I love, House of a Thousand Corpses. It's a great film.
I think House of a Thousand Corpses is my favourite horror film of all time. I'm a Rob Zombie defender.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I think I'll always be because, he's my guy.
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that he's not just excelled in one field, but he's done it in multiple fields too. Kind of like Chris Jericho, but less.
Careful.
There's other people that.
There's other people that you could have brought up.
There's other people I could have brought up rather than my knowledge and time in wrestling. So people like Rob Zombie I look up to a lot because not only has he done well at one thing, but he's done well at multiple things too. So that's why he's my guy. That's why I like Rob Zombie, and that is something that you I personally want to strive towards and aim towards because Rob Zombie's he's just the man. And all his films, obviously I'm not going to compare him to a Tarantino, but he does have a very distinct style.
No,
and,
completely.
Unlike other filmmakers, especially with the Netflix sort of era that we're in at the minute, anything could just be made by anybody, but you stick a Rob Zombie film on, it's a Rob Zombie film, and I personally like that. I like the... He's a big fan of, handheld camera movements and whatnot.
Yeah.
I like his, intercuts with, Super 8 stuff. I find that super interesting. I love that he writes about backwoods hillbillies constantly.
Never gets old.
It never gets old. If there's anything to do with backwoods hillbillies, I'm there. And I think, to be fair, that's probably why I hate English horror films Because, well, English films in general, because it's
I
like, we can't have backwards hillbillies over here.
Yes, we can. I live out in the sticks, and I've seen some pretty questionable people. They are about, but I understand they don't have that
I just think
impact
of
the
Edgar
America.
Wright, though.
Yeah, you don't like Edgar Wright. You like Space, though. That was a good show.
The thing is, that's another one. I like Edgar Wright, but I hate what he has created. He's a very influential filmmaker, and there's obviously my films suck. So who am I to
That's not true.
to sort of say anything against somebody else's art? But I don't personally like the breed of filmmakers that he has influenced, and this isn't at the top level. I'm talking about the university level, the ground level, because every cunt wants to do a fucking little montage sequence like he does, and it's like, if you can't, do you know what I mean? And
Jack
it's like,
loves a good montage sequence.
Jack loves a good montage sequence, but if you can't do it like Edgar Wright, don't bloody do it. That's what I say.
Yeah.
If you can't do it like every other filmmaker ever, and you just don't do it. Just just straight up, don't do it. Find your own style, man. It's cool to be influenced by stuff. I steal things all the time, but you know, when it comes to stealing those very obvious camera moves, like the trunk shot. Every cunt does a trunk shot in like a Tarantino.
Yep, I've seen
thing,
that so many times.
and
And
that
what
annoys
film
me.
did that start?
What do you mean?
What was the first film Tarantino did a trunk shot in?
Reservoir Dogs, right?
Correct.
Bam. There we go. Film knowledge. You were trying to show me up then. I saw it.
No, I knew you were going to get the right answer. That's why I said it.
My thing is, if it's not Star Wars, I don't want to know.
Oh, you're a huge Star Wars fan.
Because like, I'm a fan of the first. I love the first three. I think the perfect films.
Yep.
6 actually is a bit questionable. But the first 2, great.
6? Is that the third one?
Yeah.
I hate that it starts 4, 5, 6. It really, really confuses me.
The Journal of the Wills, all that.
I
The
just
Adventures
say,
of Luke
the
Starkiller.
first one.
So I'll never call Star Wars A New Hope. I'll always just call it Star Wars.
Yeah.
That's the hill I'll die on. And then the 3, what is it? The 3 Star Wars films, the prequels. What am I talking about? Yeah, the prequels. For nostalgia reasons, I love the prequels. I shouldn't. They're not great, but I love them. And then obviously,
I never got into the prequels.
that's just...
Sorry.
That's
Maybe
a
if I'm
crime
older,
shame.
I might appreciate them.
3,
Last time I watched them, I was about 10.
3's an objectively good film,
That's
in my opinion.
the one where Anakin turns into Darth Vader, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
that was a pretty good one.
I mean, it caused so many plot holes.
Yes, it did.
It caused so many plot holes.
It did.
And it messed around with a lot of continuity when it came to the original trilogy.
Yeah.
But nothing more messed with continuity. Wait, nothing more? I'm not saying this stuff correctly. Nothing messed with continuity and things making sense, ironically, more than Disney's trilogy.
Well, we're turning into one of them podcasts.
Kathleen Kennedy, she's the worst.
Fuck Disney.
She's the worst piece of shit of all time. She should be like gone, and this should be George's vision. She bought it from George, and she messed up his vision.
Right. We're not going to turn into one of them
That
podcasts.
incelly, I hate women, Kathleen Kennedy podcasts. Fuck Kathleen Kennedy, but to be fair to her, she was very much involved in some of my favourite films ever. Way back when. And obviously, you know, she was a trusted sort of member of George Lucas,
Yeah.
Was it Lucasfilm? I don't think she was involved in Lucasfilm. I think she was just a producer. But George Lucas obviously trusted her.
Yeah.
Enough to have her help produce the Indiana Jones films. So there's that. So they work pretty closely together. She's just turned heel on him, brother. She just turned heel on him. She turned heel, and that's not. It's not for me. If there's never a Star Wars film made ever again, I think I'll be happy. Just leave it. Just leave it. And they said that. They said exactly that back in the day.
Do you know what? I'm surprised. I'm surprised that they haven't done a TV series of like the first 3 films yet. Like remade it into TV series, like a mini. I don't know. I'm really shocked that that's not been done yet.
Why would they?
I wouldn't want that to be.
No.
I wouldn't want that to be a thing. But I think that's for Disney. That'd be an insane way for money. It'd be, oh yeah, we're gonna remake all of the best films.
They're piecing the parts together now.
Yeah.
So they're going from 3 to 4. So they're doing that with the Kenobi stuff, and they've done it with Rogue One. That's another hot take. Rogue One sucks.
My dad says the same thing, and he's a huge Star Wars fan.
Yeah, but your uncle.
But my
is
uncle,
like,
who always is, says it's great.
Good film, that. Nah.
I haven't seen it.
You're not really missing out on anything.
That's why I was sorry.
Whoa. I think if you watch like the last 10 minutes, that's great. But the rest
I've seen
of it,
the last 10 minutes, and that is great.
That is great.
Because yeah, I got to see Peter Cushing again.
Yeah, in his very latexy looking face.
It's weird because I don't see Peter Cushing as Moff Tarkin, so
That's weird because I do, but I know because you're all Hammer horror-y,
yeah.
all that, which is fair. I understand,
I
but
still need to get you to watch Hammer horror.
you
films.
do. What's your controversial horror take?
My controversial horror take. It's really funny because I asked the question. I didn't even think that far. Controversial horror take. Oh my god. Oh no, because that's not actually a horror. Yeah, so Alien, the first film, is a horror film. I don't care what anyone else says.
That's not controversial. It's a horror film.
Well, I thought it wasn't controversial, but apparently it is.
It's a pretty scary
Everyone
film.
says it's a sort of like sci-fi action, and I'm like,
No,
it's a horror.
Maybe the later ones, yeah, but
Oh yeah, so the second one's just a straight up action film. The third one is, and then the fourth one we don't talk about. Controversially, Alien 3 is not as bad as everyone says it is. That's a great film, actually.
I've not seen any of the other Aliens.
Covenant is great. Anyone that says it's not sucks. And
Real.
apparently that's a really bad that's a really bad one apparently, but Covenant's like, I think it's second to Alien.
I don't know because I've not seen, but my thing is when you first, because I went my entire life without watching Alien, and I don't know why, because it's right up my alley, and when I saw it, I was like, I don't want to watch another Alien film because I don't want, similar to the Star Wars thing, I don't want to get invested in it and then keep watching loads and loads and loads for it to eventually just go downhill.
No, it can be a standalone film. Like,
yeah, that's where I'm having it.
Yeah. I think
it's like if they carried on doing Thing films. Like, why would you want that?
I actually like the prequel.
That's a hot take.
That is a hot take. I do like the prequel. It's nothing on the original. The amount of times I've had arguments with people where it's like, oh no, like it's a remake, and it's like, are you stupid? Have you even seen the first film? Everyone says it's a remake. It's not. It's a prequel. It's about the
remake
Norwegians.
of a remake.
A remake of a remake.
A remake of a remake. Fancy that?
Yeah. No, I actually quite like the original. The Thing. If you like all your old black and white horrors like I do, because he kind of looks like Frankenstein's monster. The creature.
Yeah,
but
the Thing.
That's what's really scary about the one that we all know and love, is the fact that, and is the same in the book, is that you never see him because he's a shapeshifter, or it is a shapeshifter, and that's the scariest thing about him, is that he actually doesn't have an appearance. He takes everyone else's appearance.
There we go.
I think The Thing is one of the most scariest horror films out there. Atmospheric.
It's atmospheric, and goddamn does it look good. Even today,
it looks incredible.
It's just like, how could you make some? And at the time, this is why I will not hear a word from any critic ever, even though I've just like shit on a bunch of perfectly good films.
At least you're saying you're not a critic, though.
I'm not a critic.
You're just a viewer.
I'm just a viewer, and I have an opinion, and the power in which has been bestowed upon me by holding this short SM58. As a white person, I feel like I need to give my opinion that nobody asked for. So, for people to say that The Thing, when it first came out, was a complete hunk of dog shit, that ain't...
Flopped, yeah.
Flopped, man. Flopped.
They weren't ready for it. It was way ahead of its time.
It was like Marty McFly, man. literally like Marty McFly. It's like, I'm not being funny.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that film. It's a perfect film. It looks gorgeous. It still looks gorgeous. I just love everything about that film. I love John Carpenter.
Sorry.
You okay?
Yeah.
I love John Carpenter. That's somebody I steal from all the time, to be fair. Because I like to score my films as well, or I'm going to score some of my films.
Yeah, you're great at that.
I just steal so much from that John Carpenter sort of vibe. Because why not? Because it's there, and how could I not? The man's a genius, a legend. It would be great to meet him. I'd love to just sit there and pick his brain. You know, I'd want to know how he sort of dealt with having all of that, not controversy, but all of that, all of those negative opinions from people over something that eventually turned out to be legendary and fantastic and amazing. It's just, the guy's just a legend.
Yeah, The Thing has got to be in my top 3 favourite films. 100%.
What's better, The Thing or Escape from New York?
The Thing.
The Thing.
But I do love Escape from New York. That's a great film.
It is a great film.
Because it makes me think of the film that you want to do. It's very, the kind of like, the fact that New York is a prison.
Yeah.
And it's like a whole, I love that.
Once again, stealing from John Carpenter. I didn't even think about that either. I was just
you didn't.
I was just like, oh, well, that'd be cool. And then I thought about it. I was like, oh, it's Escape from New York, but in like this Western dystopian place.
One of my favourite things is Escape from New York is that car that's got a chandelier on the... Oh, man. Honestly, the design of that film, so good. Just
that car, kind of like a DeLorean, right?
It did. I know there's some car nerd probably watching this one day and being like,
it's not DeLorean. It looks like a DeLorean, from what I can remember.
We'll put the...
Jamie, pull that up. Yeah. So, oh man, it's such a good film. And what's the one that he did with Roddy Piper? Did he do that with Roddy Piper?
Yeah. Oh my god, the name's gonna... Is it called?
You're a fake fan, bro. Here's me asking you.
Is it They Live?
It is They Live.
It is They Live.
It is They Live, I believe. If I'm wrong.
Now that's gotten really popular again, and I don't know why. I mean, it's a great film, but it's randomly become really popular again. Like, I keep seeing it everywhere.
I think it's because Roddy Piper died. And then everybody... It was about 10 years ago now.
I thought he died years ago.
Yeah, he died like 10 years ago.
Are we talking recently? I thought he died in like 93.
No. There's so many wrestlers that that just die early. It's crazy. Roddy Piper, he went pretty long, to be fair to him. But the most recent one that died super young was Bray Wyatt. That sucked. I steal a lot from Bray Wyatt too. In terms of ideas, imagery, I think, what a cool ass creative genius, straight up. And it's a shame that his work never really got harnessed in the way that it should have been. The Bray Wyatt's so cool. The kind of
sick theme song.
You can't
find it it's not on Spotify.
It is.
Is it?
Yeah. So basically,
Mark Crozier.
Mark Crozier. Yeah. So basically, WWE obviously bought out the rights to that song, and then you can find that on Spotify under WWE's name.
I was looking for that for a very long time, and I just got it on SoundCloud.
Yeah, it's such a banger. I think what I've noticed with a lot of that 2014-ish era WWE songs is that some were custom made, some were like pretty were on its own and kind of got bought out by smaller artists, got bought out. And the thing that I've noticed is that Mark Crozier song is sounds very, very similar to a Nick Cave song. Do you know the
I always thought that, yeah.
Red Right Hand?
Red Right Hand, yeah, because I remember my mum, who's a massive Nick Cave fan, heard that, and she said the exact same thing. She's like, "Oh, it sounds very Nick Cavey," and I thought that.
There was so that's pretty cool. And then obviously way back in the day, the DX theme song was so obviously a Rage Against the Machine ripoff.
Yeah, it was.
It's literally Rage Against the Machine from Wish. Good song though.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Good song. Cool. Break it down, brother. So that was a banger. There's been so many cool WWE songs over the years.
You know my favourite one.
Edge's theme.
I can listen to that song on repeat. Do you remember on Christmas when I was drunk and I put it on dead loud in front of the whole family and I was like, guys, now you're going to listen to this.
And then you'd pull it back and repeat it over and over again. And
on this day,
Wendy, the dog, was just sat in the corner like, what's going on? Why am I listening to that? And then you're just there, you were just dancing about, doing your thing, listening to Edge's theme song.
It's nostalgic for me because my dad was really into it growing up and we used to play... The best game. Was it SmackDown versus Raw 2007?
Yeah, 2007,
dude,
man.
Yeah, and you could make your own story, you make your own little films on it as well. Was that 2007 one? I loved that one. 2007 was the best one.
The WWE games used to be so sick, and then it kind of... The last good one I remember was 2012. That was a good one. Was that the one with Punk on the cover? I can't remember. There was one with CM Punk on the... 2013, that was a sick one. That was a really cool game.
I probably have that somewhere at home.
They did later ones that were okay, but my main issue was those games for some reason, the later ones. I bought one in 2018 or 2017, and them games were so slow. You'd be sat at a loading screen and ask it to do the most basic thing, and it'd take 3 years to load. I'm like, what is going on? I wanted to change my hair from long to short, bro. Why are you taking 300 years?
Do you remember, right, this is such a oddly specific memory. I remember, I burst out crying watching it when my dad was playing it. There was a cutscene in one of the WWE games where that scary
guy... The boogeyman?
Yeah, in the car. And he was like, oh my god, that scared me so much. And I saw it on Reels not long ago and I sent it to my elder sister Nell and I was like, do you remember this? And she did. He was scary.
So,
where did he go? You'll know. Where did he go?
I think he got released, but the weird thing about him is that for some reason, he just hangs around backstage. Not even employed, I don't think. He hangs around backstage in full makeup, in full gear, with worms in his mouth. And he's just allowed to hang around and he does stuff for social media here and there.
Oh.
Which is pretty cool. I think I'm not... I assume he still gets merchandising things. I don't think he wrestles anymore, but he makes the occasional appearance once every 3 years.
Yeah, he used to scare me. Didn't he have a clock?
He had a clock.
Yeah.
He did have a clock.
Yeah, I remember his intro really well.
I'm the boogeyman.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get you. Boom.
Yeah. I remember that.
That was a banger. God, there were so many cool ones over the years.
Yeah.
But yeah, Edge, is that your favourite?
Yeah, I love that theme song. That one and obviously the Wyatt Brothers one.
The Wyatt Brothers?
Is that what you call it?
The Wyatt Brothers. The Wyatt family.
Oh, same thing.
The Wyatt family.
Sorry.
God.
Yeah, well, I love that one.
Yeah. Oh man, all them old
obviously the Undertaker one, and obviously CM Punk's one. Both of them.
Is
there two?
There's Killswitch Engage, and then there's
intelligent with this kind of stuff.
And then there's the Living Colour one.
Killswitch Engine, as I call it.
Killswitch Engine. Everybody love Killswitch Engine, man. Hell yeah. Are you not a fan of Killswitch Engine? We were talking about download headliners earlier, which I thought, download lineups, full stop.
Your light's in shot.
We were talking about download headliners earlier. And I look so small compared to you. This is not true. My posture is just terrible.
6'3", by the way.
6'3", by the way. I read feminist literature. So, what?
Nothing. Go on.
So, we were talking about festival headliners. We were talking about So my brother messaged me and he was like, "Oh, we should go to Bloodstock because Vended are playing." I was like, I saw him in a club last year with like 100 people. Why would I do that?
It's not going to get any better than that.
It's not going to get any better than
I
that.
knew them before they were cool.
Um,
I'm joking.
and I was just like, Bloodstock have too many smelly bands that play, and Damnload have other bands that aren't necessarily wonderful that play and sometimes even headline. And I just feel like if we have a mix of those bands, the good ones from each, then that'd be great.
Yeah, agreed.
Less Electric Callboy, less Sleep Token.
I can't get into them.
No, crap.
I don't like Sleep Token very much.
Less Ice Nine Kills. What's some other like electronic process shite that just needs to go?
President?
Maybe, okay, President can stay. I like President.
I have no opinion on President.
You have to have the opinion that Charlie Simpson is absolutely phenomenal as a vocalist.
No, yeah, I agree.
Just a phenomenal voice.
I'm just a bit tired of the heavy verses and the auto-tune. Chorus. I'm just sick of it. It's so...
That's fair.
I want to be pumped up, you know, when I'm listening to that kind of... I'm like, yeah, and then I'm like...
I think that when I first heard Presidents, I was very disappointed. I was like, if I wanted to listen to this, I'd stick on Bad Omens or Bring Me the Horizon or Sleep Token. But then I gave it a few more goes. I tuned out the auto-tune in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Because realistically, Charlie Simpson does not need that. But I recognise that it's the style. So I get it. But when I saw them and I saw the imagery, I was like, what the world needs right now is a band called President that all dresses in masks that make new metal. That's what I need.
Yeah.
I need that. And then this is me. I don't do it but wrong. I was like, come on, man. And then the more I listened to it, the more I accepted it. And now I love it. And now I can't stop listening to them.
Well, you've got a bit of a music project, haven't you?
Kind of.
Kind of.
I
think you're doing really well with it.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate that.
You won't talk about it.
I won't. Because
And I think you should.
I don't know if it's going ahead or if it's not.
I think it is.
I've announced it.
Yeah,
It's all
well,
out there.
too late now.
I've made an Instagram for it. Official Skelter. Go and follow it. I've put little bits and pieces on there of what I've been working on. And so far, so good. The one song I've done sounds alright. It just needs some more mixing and I need to finish the vocals on it and stuff. But it's okay. It's okay. I like the chorus. I like the end bit. But it's the verses that I'm struggling quite a bit on. It's kind of like, it's like a Deftones song mixed with a Call of Duty Black Ops song mixed with weirdly good Asking Alexandria at the end. That's kind of where it is and what it's like. And I'm not entirely sure whether or not I'm going to go through with it because I don't even have like a guitar or anything like that at the minute because I sold it because I need to eat. And it's just, I don't know, it's just one of them where the writing process has been so difficult because I have all these cool ideas and things that I want to do, but I'm confined to this one fucking laptop. And I don't have my MIDI keyboard with me or anything like that. And the MIDI guitars sounded so good on that one track I've done.
Yeah,
I'm like, I was like, it sounded great, it sounded wonderful. And then I've tried to replicate it on other things, and I'm just like, this sounds so processed and so crap, and it doesn't sound real, and it sounds wrong. That it's bothering me, it's frustrating me, and I'm not entirely sure how much further we're gonna go with it. Let me just cool. So
Well, I think you're going to go very far with it, hon. Personally,
thanks.
I think you just need to have a better mindset. But we're not. This isn't a psychological.
Oh, we
Psychology.
can do a psychology evaluation if you fancy it. Why not?
No, people don't want to hear that.
People, I would disagree. I think people be interested in that because that's the thing, isn't it? You know.
I just think you. I think you just need to be a bit more patient. I don't think you've got patience for things.
Have a little patience. Banger. Fucking what a tune that is.
No, but it's true though, and that's okay. We can all learn from. I never used to have patience.
The thing is, I'm sat on. So last year, I made an entire EP. There's like 5 or 6 songs that
Well,
are
you should
all.
post them on Skelter. Put them as Skelter.
Yeah, but they don't match the production of what I've done. So it's just like
Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna have to.
You're very talented.
Thank you. So are you. I
As
just.
Cruella says, don't squander it.
I know. I've been doing that for the past like almost 10 years, and now I'm here. It's just why I'm almost 25 and finally just going into uni. Well, I'll say just going in.
We're going into our third year.
Going into a third year, and it feels like we've been in for 6 months. So that tells you everything you need to know about where my money's gone.
Yeah, university goes very fast.
Yeah, it did.
And it's like, we're done.
Yeah, we're done. Have I learned anything? No. Have I met anybody? Yes, and that's been wonderful. Personally, university's been great. Obviously, because, I met you and we're getting married, and that's great. Wonderful. But professionally, oh my God.
I disagree. I would disagree.
How so?
Well, I think if I never went to uni, personally, obviously, I wouldn't have met you, doy. But, I mean, I know it's just a bit of a little project now, but look what we're doing now.
Yeah,
and
true.
We've got Hugo's there.
Mm-hmm.
We started that up and we've got all the equipment we can use. So I think you're just looking at the negative points as usual. And I think you should see it more on an outsider's perspective because look at the things we're making.
Yeah, like from the minute I got into uni, the whole thing was, oh my God, this third year film's going to be great. Even though I was told when I first joined, straight to my face, that, oh yeah, we're the only university in the country that makes 3 feature films a year. Liar.
I was also told that with
were?
my one-on-one.
No way. Oh my God, wow. And here we are. We've been scammed into giving away nearly 27 grand, thanks. And, I knew that we had full free reign at the end of his third year to make a short film.
Yep.
About whatever we wanted. We could hire him, whoever. We could do whatever.
I'm so excited.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited for yours because yours is I think after watching a lot more Polanski films recently, and
try and separate the art from the artist. It's very hard.
It is hard, especially when he's a nonce. So. What?
I hate that, man.
Yeah.
Genuinely, that hurts.
It does hurt because it's like...
Most of my thing comes from his films.
Most of your inspiration, yeah.
Sucks.
Because when you think about it, statistically, you said this the other day, if you added all together your favourite films of all time and, how high they rank and whatnot, Polanski is probably, statistically, your favourite director.
I like my favourite Polanski film is probably one of his most underrated.
Fearless Vampire Killers.
Fearless Vampire Killers, and for all you emos out there, that's where they got their name from. It's from that film.
Oh yeah,
the Fearless Vampire Killers are a band.
Yeah,
that's where they got it from. They got it from that film.
Mad.
So yeah,
were they a pop punk band by any chance?
No, they're an emo band, right?
Oh well, kind of the same thing, innit?
I know what you were going to say.
Don't make me make the joke. It's like, oh yeah, of course the pop punk band is called Fearless Vampire Killers.
I remember my friend, bless her, from high school, Danny. But she's a massive pop punk fan.
I'm so
And it
sorry.
was every single week. I always remember coming back in, and she went, "Oh well, this guy is all this stuff's come out about him." It must have been about 10 within the space of 6 weeks.
God damn. Yeah, that's crazy.
But she was a massive fan of Creeper, and that's how I learned Creeper. And
Cry to heaven.
but they've completely reinvented themselves, and I much prefer what they do now, because I wasn't a fan of them before. It's not really for me, but their new stuff, they're going for like Sisters of Mercy now.
Yeah, and I'm quite the fan of the Sisters of Mercy rehash. That's funny. I like Cry for Heaven.
Cry to Heaven.
Cry to Heaven. Don't cry for it, cry to it. That's a great song. I've not really heard much else from that, but that's a great song. They ripped off the Dance Macabre video. You know, good for them. Respect. They're like if Ghost and Black Veil Brides blended.
That's a weird take.
Yeah, they look like Black Veil Brides, and they sound like
I
Billy
just
Idol and
Sisters
Ghost.
of Mercy. That's all I can think of. Like he's like completely him.
So yeah, straight up. It sounds like he's having like an orgasm into the mic, but it's like he's taking it out, and it's like, and that that's what he sounds like.
If we get demonetized, man.
Oh no, I think I said the word cunt like 3 times within the first minute.
Well,
so
I'll have to censor that.
we'll put the uncensored version on the Patreon, which you can find in the link below. I don't.
Dude.
So yeah, oh God, what were we talking about? Yeah, so
We're on about
Polanski. So yeah,
Polanski.
so I feel like after watching after watching more Polanski films and watching
David Lynch,
watching stuff like The
I liked
Omen.
him before it was cool.
Yeah. Like
The Omen.
watching stuff like The Omen as well recently. I've come to understand your main inspirations and the way in which you approach filmmaking and your just things that you're majorly inspired by, and I think that is what has helped me understand a little bit more about what we're going for with that final short film. So
you
yeah,
watched
it'd be good.
Rosemary's Baby for the first time ever
Rosemary's Baby, yeah.
the other week. How did you find it?
I enjoyed it quite a lot. We had this. Didn't you talk to your dad about how there was like this weird Mandela effect where you feel like you saw the baby, but in fact you didn't. But for some reason you
drives me
remember the
mad.
baby.
So I was watching it, and I was thinking, oh, when did they show it? But I always thought, which is really funny, I always used to think, which is what gets weirder, because I remember having these conscious thoughts of being like, oh, I wish they didn't show it, because I think it'd be scarier if they didn't show it. They don't show the baby in it, which makes it way more effective. But in my head, I can see him in my head, the baby with glowing red eyes and stuff. So I just Googled it, and I was like, wonder what I'm thinking of. And then I found a Reddit page of the Mandela effect, and so many other people said the same thing.
I did not know that. The Mandela effect messes with me like so much.
It's weird.
I think it's like some sort of weird CIA psyop or
CIA
something.
psyop.
Because you can't sit there and tell me that the Fruit of the Loom logo doesn't have a basket on there.
That one sends me in the spiral.
You can't tell me that it doesn't have that. It does. I can see it clearly in my head right now.
Yeah.
More than I can see the actual Fruit of the Loom logo.
I didn't even know what a cornucopia was.
Oh,
But
yeah,
I
precisely. Yeah.
could still like, you know.
Isn't it a thing that like knockoff Fruit of the Loom have them? Is that it?
I don't think so, because I'm sure somebody would have pointed that out, right? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. But why can all of us see that?
That would be.
It would make sense, like a plausible explanation.
That would make sense.
But for me, why is it that that all these things sort of happen, and we all collectively know, and we all collectively have seen this stuff, but then we're told straight up, oh yeah, that's not a thing. The monocle on the Monopoly guy, that's there. I'm sorry, it's there.
Yep. My mum won't have it. She will not have it.
I think that might be the Ace Ventura film, you know.
They
Because
say it's something to do with like Mr. Peanut or something in America as well, because it's a peanut with a monocle. and they think people are getting him mixed up with him.
What about the Pringles guy?
He doesn't have a monocle.
Yeah, he does.
No, he doesn't. The Pringles guy does not have a monocle. I will bring up the picture in the edit next to his head.
That's the Pringles guy's a monocle.
He
surely.
doesn't. He doesn't. That would have been way plausible because I used to get him mixed up, and no, he doesn't. That makes it even weirder.
It makes no sense, but
Yeah.
I hate that. Is there any more Mandela effects that is often talked about? Because I feel like Fruit of the Loom on is, low hanging fruit. And, is there any more?
There's so many. There's a lot of them are American though, so I never really got them. The one with the Kit Kat doesn't have a hyphen in the middle of Kit Kat.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Oh, I didn't. I thought it did.
See, this is where things differ.
Oh, Curious George doesn't have a tail.
No, I knew that.
Oh,
I knew that.
I thought he did.
What do you mean? He's a monkey, bro. Of course he's not got a tail.
Yeah, but I could see him. He had swinging about on the trees.
I kind of half do. The Pikachu one puzzles me.
The one with
the black.
the little stripe on his tail. Yeah, I don't like that.
I think it's because he has like black on his ears. Next, you're gonna tell me he doesn't have black on his ears, but he does. I was more of a Yu-Gi-Oh guy anyway. Personally,
I was none of them.
Well, all right. Thanks for
boy.
sharing that.
Pokemon's pretty cool.
Pokemon.
I like the look of it, but we're kind of like Team Rocket, me and you.
Yeah, Team Rocket.
Spiteful cows.
Who's our little I feel like little kitten. who was his little sidekicks? They had that cat as the sidekick, and he was just a bit of a knobhead.
Yeah, man.
Who's that for No, it's not Mewtwo. It's definitely not Mewtwo.
Who's Mewtwo?
Mewtwo. So there's like a viral tweet that went around.
Oh no, actually.
Do you know?
I don't know where this is going.
It's nothing to do with like it's nothing Christian or anything like that. It's like, somebody talks about how their ideal woman is a girl that's built like Mewtwo. Because Mewtwo
Who's
is like I'll put a thing up. But basically, Mewtwo is this Pokemon that's it's very tall. It's got a very tiny waist and very thick thighs.
I know who you're on about.
Mewtwo, see, yeah. People are like,
vile.
love me a girl with a Mewtwo build, and that's the thing.
This is why I don't go on Twitter. It's against my morals.
It's a side note, yes. I deadass had a grown man look at me and everybody else in the eyes and say that they won't go on Twitter for moral reasons, even though their phone was made in a, probably like some Chinese, made by like Chinese kids. Or something like that. And I just thought it was incredibly ironic. For moral reasons, you're not going to go on Twitter. Well, for moral reasons, you're probably not going to want to participate in any version of capitalistic society because those people aren't necessarily great, but you will, and you'll still consume, but because it gives you brownie points.
What is this podcast turned into?
No, I'm just saying,
okay.
because it gives you brownie points and makes you look better in front and hip in front of all the kids. You're going to say for moral reasons, you can't go on Twitter. You bellend. So like the weather's nice today, isn't it? It's been sweltering.
We're not talking about the weather on this bloody thing.
Anyway,
what film scared you the most as a child?
It's not a film, but it's a music video, and it's the Thriller music video.
Oh, there's that one zombie that freaks me out. Yeah, I'm going to put a picture of it. It's going to freak me out, but I'm going to put a picture of it. Okay. There's one zombie that gets his own little shot. Shat me up as a kid. Do you know what? Not a film. Oh my gosh. See, we were kids in like the late 2000s. Mm-hmm. So we've got that early internet horror. Don't get me started on internet horror, even though I'm going to start. I remember being 5 years old and my dad showing me the white car. I could talk about... Is that
the one, the Shining looking thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that video, if you didn't know, because I'm a nerd about this video now, because terrified. To this day, I still can't watch it. It was made. Do you know what it was?
No.
It was a coffee advert in Germany. For an energy drink coffee. It was a coffee company.
I thought you meant the actual thing that popped up at the end. It was the Exorcist girl, wasn't it? It was.
No. So I actually follow the actor that played him. So it's it's a zombie. It's a guy who's a zombie. So basically, he's on like Instagram and stuff. He's pretty open about it. He's like, yeah, that was me.
Is it the guy in the Thriller video?
No,
what we're talking about. So we're
on about the scary white car.
Yeah, okay, go for it.
What happened was,
I swear that was the Exorcist girl.
No, you're thinking of Scary Maze Game.
Scary Maze Game. There we go. Yeah, I'm confusing the two.
He's called Brad something. I forgot his name, and I feel really bad. But basically, they were an LA like film company.
Yeah.
Or just like a small time video company, and this company in Germany who make coffee, they were like, oh, can you make us some really cool adverts?
Mm-hmm.
So that's not just the only one that they made. There's like 5 of them. There's a couple with him in it, and there's a couple in with another scary demon guy. But they were just small time actors that were like, oh yeah, we'll do it, and they made this ad. And overnight, because I watched these 2 lads made a documentary on it because they're like the same age as us, and they wanted to know more about it, and that's how I found it. So they found him, the actor, they Skyped him, and he just talked about it, and I thought it was really cool. But one day, he just got this link and was like, you're famous. And he was like, oh my God, this ad that we made like a couple of years ago has gone viral over the internet, but nobody actually knows. It's actually an advert.
I did not know that.
And a lot of German children were very upset, and apparently, allegedly, I don't know, but I've read in the comments, so I don't know, but it used to play just on TV in the middle of the day, that advert.
That's not great.
No.
That's not ideal.
No, but that terrified me. And then
freaked you out.
Yeah, the other one was the one that really scared me was, my dad will remember, the rocking chair one. It was just called Ghost Caught on Tape. That was the Exorcist girl, and it was like night vision.
And
there was a rocking chair on its own, and it rocks, and all of a sudden, honestly,
yeah,
there's someone that like crawls across the floor, but it's so, I'm getting chills thinking about it. You can see me getting really upset over it again. It crawls and comes up to, and do you know why we get so scared of the Exorcist girl?
Why do we get so scared of the Exorcist girl?
Because it's not actually her, it's an animatronic, that picture, and that's why it's Uncanny Valley. It's not a real person, and that's why it's 10 times scarier, even though if you've seen the film, she's terrifying in it.
She is terrifying.
But there's something about that picture that makes it 10 times scarier.
Yeah, because it's not quite real. Your brain sort of filters what, subconsciously what's wrong with this, and what's going on with it.
Yeah.
Makes it weird. Makes it seem weird.
YouTube was a wasteland once upon a time.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the wild west of the internet. Every video for years, I'd go on and watch a random video. I'd skip to the end first to check there wasn't a jump scare, because jump scares were everywhere.
They were so prevalent. We need to sort of bring that back. We don't really have that anymore. We're not.
I think that's why I don't like jump scares. Traumatized.
Well, you think jump scares are incredibly cheap, whereas I love them.
They are cheap. I think if they're done well, they can be very effective, but usually it's just like, oh, again. You know me, I like my creepy blink and you'll miss it horror.
Yeah,
I'm way creepier.
I like a mix of two. My favourite scares are the ones where you feel like they are leading you up formulaically, and then they sway you. Then you completely forget about it, and everything's back to normal. Then they hit you with it. That for me is a really cool sort of formula. But once you work out the formula of a jump scare, which isn't difficult to do, it doesn't take a genius to figure out.
It doesn't,
but
instantly when it's coming.
But I wish that I could, kind of practically put that into films practically. I wish I could just throw jump scares in 24/7. I very much see, if I ever did that elevated horror sort of vibe, it would be, I wouldn't be elevated. I'd just do what James Wan does. I'd just spam that. Entry level horror. I'd do that.
Baby's first horror film.
The
Conjuring. The first one's great.
Is The Conjuring with the Annabelle doll? No, it's not, is it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so they did spin-offs of Annabelle on her own. I'm kind of done with the scary doll thing. I think it's very overdone.
I'm done with the Warrens, personally.
I agree.
I agree.
I don't think they should be portrayed, but that's for a whole different conversation for another day.
No, that's the conversation. The reason why I'm tired of the Warrens. It's like, do you not realise the type of man that Ed Warren was?
And the type of woman she was. She was an enabler.
She was an enabler.
She was an enabler. She was part of
She
that.
was his Ghislaine.
And they were obviously. I mean, it's been said so many times that they were con artists.
They were con artists.
They would find
yeah,
the most expensive thing in the house and go, "Oh, we've got to take it back." So they haunted that. They would look. They'd see my air fryer and go, "Can't be having that. It's haunted."
Do you know Matt Rife has got full custody of the Annabelle doll currently?
Yes. That's very interesting.
It was nice knowing him. There is some bullshit around that. Didn't Zach Bagans have the Annabelle doll? I swear he did.
Yes, he did. It was in his museum.
So so he's taken that from the museum. I wonder how much money Matt Rife paid to get that Annabelle doll.
I can't imagine Zach Bagans would have wanted that to have gone. So that's shocked me.
I imagine that because it's such a massive thing for
Yeah.
for the draw to the museum. Because I know when we're out in Vegas, one of the most massive things that is on his bucket list for the time that we're out there is to literally go to that museum and see what it's like and see what's going on with it.
I want to see the chair.
Yes, the one in the cupboard. Do you remember when he got that that dude to go in and try to sit on it, that dude was like, "Fuck no." Respect. I mean, who does the tour? It's not Zach Bagans, obviously, is it? Because I assume there's a million tours every single day.
I don't know. I can imagine he's there quite a bit.
It'd be cool to see him. I know he's a bit controversial, but...
Yeah, I used to watch Ghost Adventures all the time as a kid. The one thing I don't like that's in there, forgive me if I'm wrong, I know he bought Sharon Tate's wedding dress, and I don't like that.
I don't like it.
No, I don't think it should be there.
But then again...
To put in the horror museum, I don't think it should be in there.
But think of the other absolutely deplorable stuff that is in that. They had Ted Bundy's grape... They had Ted Bundy's rape kit, and like that. Should that be in there? Do you know what I mean? Should we pay money to go in? But there's something about our brain that goes, yeah, I wanna go and see something like that.
The thing is, it's not a new thing. Us as human beings have been wanting to do that for years. Like Bonnie and Clyde, when they were killed,
there was a car in there too.
Yeah. Not in. No, it does. It goes on tour. I think it is in Vegas, but when they were murdered, there was crowds of people going to the crime scene and rummaging in the car and taking things. We've always been like that. We've always been like that. And they were on tour in the 50s, the 40s, 50s, 60s, yeah.
There's just something about human beings' fascination with the macabre that I find so interesting. It's like, why do we think like that? Why is that something that intrigues us? That I think that's something about human beings that really kind of makes them... interested. Talking as if I'm not one. I'm a creep and a weirdo. I think the thing that interests me about humanity so much is the fact that we're so drawn to these things.
We are, and completely. I can't deny that I am, obviously.
But I don't know why we are.
There must be a psychological explanation.
But because it's like the other side. It's as close to the other side of human nature as you can get, without actually doing it. And I think part of our brain, prehistorically goes, what would that be like? And I think getting as close to that as possible is maybe what draws people into it. But I just think the intrigue of something like that is very, it's just interesting. I find it really, really interesting. So to say that, what we can and can't show in these places, and how, on one hand... It's like killing a dog in a film and feeling horrible, but also when a person gets killed, you're like, do you know what I mean?
It's weird, isn't it? Yeah.
It's like, why do we feel so much emotional attachment to one thing,
but not
another thing? Like Ted Bundy's car is in there. John Wayne Gacy's suit is in there, but Sharon Tate's wedding dress, that's not on. Why?
No, I completely agree with you. I don't think that stuff should be in there either.
But then we wouldn't have a horror museum.
No, yeah, but we've got all the bloody ghosty stuff. That's cool.
That is cool.
That's horror. That I think the supernatural is cool. But I think with Sharon Tate's wedding dress, there's something so macabre about that on another level. It's kind of like, can you imagine if I got murdered and then somebody bought this dress and put it in a horror museum? How would that make you feel?
I'd be pissed, man. But
Do you know what I
obviously,
mean?
the market doesn't care. The
No.
line doesn't concern himself with the people's feelings. And I think that's just the way it is. I feel like if there's any way for corporate entities to make money off of something, no matter how messed up it is, they're going to capitalise off of human beings' nature to be intrigued by this stuff. And you know what I say? I say fair play to them. Crack on. Do you know what I mean? Because we're all going to be dead in 100 years anyway, so it doesn't really matter, does it? That's just, why not? Why not? That is what I say.
It's a very controversial conversation.
It is indeed.
It's weird.
Indeed.
Yeah, like they say that they now know who Jack the Ripper is, but I don't know.
It's not that guy.
I don't know.
Not.
I don't think we will ever find out, which is really sad. I would love to find out. I think Jack the Ripper is such an interesting case.
I don't know much about it, but I know enough to know it's not the fella that they just announced was Jack the Ripper.
I think the media would be so much bigger if it actually was, and that's why
That's
I knew.
what I'm saying. I was like,
not.
yeah, no.
I don't think it is. I think it's allegedly.
And I feel like hardcore Jack the Ripper knowers, truthers, experts have all collectively gone, no.
I think he was a police officer. I think that theory is quite dead on.
That wouldn't surprise me, yeah, like a corrupt police officer. But then again, there's some insane knowledge of the human body that fella had.
Yeah.
Brute force, surgical. Was the surgical precision involved?
Pretty much,
yeah. Like
it was violent.
I like the butcher theory.
That would make sense.
Yeah, because of, obviously I don't know too much about this stuff, but I think the butcher one is very plausible. Mm-hmm. Or like a doctor, or something like that.
And do you remember the year that it happened?
I have no idea.
1888.
I thought I was going to say 1866, so...
I can see why you thought that. You're very close.
Oh, thank you. I tried.
And we're still interested in that case. It's like 130...
Some years ago. And it's just like, I think...
Some years ago.
I think it's just the unknown, isn't it? I think that's what attracts us to these things. Yeah, I find that super interesting.
I find Burke and Hare really interesting.
What the hell is Burke and Hare?
Burke and Hare, where they were grave robbers.
Grave robbers?
In, oh my god, Glasgow or Edinburgh. In Scotland. But
is that the place where Grim Collective went?
No, I know why you thought that, because I thought that. No. But they were two guys who ended up working for... It was some kind of research. They needed to get body parts, so they were grave robbing, which was a huge thing because they'd get loads of money out of it, and then they were running out of bodies, so you can probably imagine what they started doing. Allegedly. I mean, I don't think anybody's around to... I think they did. Yeah, they became murderers. Because they were running out of bodies because grave robbery was so rife back then because they were getting so much money out of selling these body parts. That's what I call you and Jack. I would call you two Burke and Hare, and I think it goes over your head.
Yeah, no,
there's a film about them. Simon Pegg and Andy Serkis playing. It's quite funny.
So weird. No, I know you call us Silent Bob and Jay and Silent Bob. Yeah.
If we get a picture of you both stood together,
we've got a photo of the pair of us in like similar outfits together because you made that joke that one day. So I think there's a photo of us in like a Tesco.
Yeah. It was Lidl, actually.
Was it a Lidl inside of a Lidl screen next to a till?
You do look just like them.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
We need to get Jack on here. I feel like we'd have to cut a lot out because he's worse than me. But
yeah,
we need Jack on the next one, I think, because I feel like that'd be a nice little third one to throw into the spanner.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'd find that so funny if we managed to get Jack.
He will talk all about his Scooby-Doo film.
Oh, Jack's Scooby-Doo film. Yeah, well, no, we'll save that for the next one.
It's so good.
We will have to save that for the next one because Jack's Scooby-Doo film is like one of the hardest ideas I've ever heard, and I only wish that he would write it and do it. I think he is writing it.
Yeah, I think he is.
It is a cool idea. It is a cool idea. But obviously we can't make a Scooby-Doo film, but I feel like the world needs a Scooby-Doo film. Actually, no, the world doesn't need a Scooby-Doo film. You know how they're doing all this bullshit of rehashing old films and they're making, you know, we've got Happy Gilmore 2 now and all
Was
this
that any good?
No, it was horrendous.
I've never even seen the original.
That's something that I will openly say, that Happy Gilmore film is a crime against cinema and everybody involved should be ashamed of themselves. Yeah, it was like the worst film I've ever seen. It was objectively horrible. It was absolutely horrendous. It was like the absolute worst film I've seen this year. In the past 2 years, maybe. It was so bad. I have not sat, it's not kept me up all night being like, I made this film but it's crap. Like I did with like a Disney Star Wars film, for example. But I've not been that disappointed in a film since a Disney Star Wars film. That's how bad it was.
Oh.
It was terrible. What was I saying?
We were on about the Scooby-Doo film and rehashing it.
Yeah, so I say, because everybody in that cast is still going. Everybody in that cast is, you know, Matthew Lillard is getting back on screen now, which is awesome. Linda Cardinelli is Jason Voorhees' mum at the minute, which is sick. That's really, really cool.
That's going to be cool.
You know, Sarah Michelle Gellar, she's still kicking. Freddie Prinze Jr. still kicking, still being awesome. I say let's just, you know, James Gunn take a step away from the DCEU. I know you've only just got there, and I know the Superman film was great, but I need something for my inner child right now, and I need a third Scooby-Doo film with that cast, getting the band all back together. No, he directed it and wrote it. I think he wrote and directed it. I'm pretty sure he did. That's which is so interesting because what progress as a filmmaker to go and make those films. James Gunn's fingerprints are all over our childhood films. Seriously, like
they are.
Especially, obviously, those two films are now fantastic. They are. I say we get them back. We get them all together. We get Sugar Ray back. You know, we have another Sugar Ray scene. I want Mark McGrath on screen right now. I want a new Sugar Ray album. And then from there, I need to see Scooby-Doo be a thing again. I need it. I need the animation of Scooby-Doo to be exactly the same as the other one. Pamela Anderson still, you know, she's doing a thing. She's just done Naked Gun. Very happy for her.
I've heard that's terrible.
What? I've heard it's hilarious.
I hope it is.
We'll have to see.
Because the original ones are great.
I desperately need a new Scooby-Doo film. I'm very passionate about this.
They did a live action not long ago and it was terrible.
Was that the one?
It was like Daphne and Velma and it just looked like a Cartoon Network, not Cartoon Nickelodeon thing.
How far long ago?
5 years ago.
Did they do what they do with reboots?
No.
Did they not do the thing?
No.
Okay.
It just wasn't very good.
Did the Ghostbusters it? What's going on?
It was just crap. Like, if you see it, it was very low budget. It wasn't great.
There was one that they did that's pretty little known a couple of years after the second one. I think it was in like 2010 or something like that. That one sucked. That one was terrible.
I've never heard of that.
Oh, I'll have to show you it. It's a crime against cinema once again. Everybody involved in that should be ashamed. I enjoyed it at the time, but now I think back.
Live action?
Yeah, live action, full-on Scooby-Doo live action film after the second one, but it was a reboot. And they had a guy playing Shaggy that looked like Andrew Garfield. It was interesting. It was very interesting. I think interesting is the best word for that film without getting too angsty over it. But then again, it's just a film.
Yeah.
You know, this isn't. You know, I'm not going to stop breathing if a film's crap. I'm not going to stop breathing if an album's crap. Some albums are just crap. Some films are just crap. And that's okay. So, yeah, man. There we go.
Yeah.
That's it. I think that's it. If you want to carry on, we can carry on. I think we've still got some more space.
No, I don't mind. I think that was a good first episode we've just had there.
Yeah. It was fun. We're going to have to edit this and cut out so much. Yeah, so this is episode 1 and we're basically just going to be talking about what we talk about. Mainly horror, mainly music, mainly weird things. I feel
just
like
things a bit alternative.
Things are a little bit different because we're white people and we need to give our opinion. I personally apologise for this setup. The setup next time I'll make sure is much better.
Yeah, we rushed it today. I just woke up and I wanted to do it.
So it was just to fire the camera up, just stick a microphone into the computer and let's go. But next time we'll have a proper setup. I'll find a way to do a setup. And yeah, I had a lot of fun.
I'm glad you did, because so did I.
No way. We'll have to do multiple of these. You know what? I'm going to get changed. I am going to find a setup, and then we're going to plan for the next one.
I told you we should do multiple episodes a day.
Oh, yeah, because we've got so much to talk about. We just stick a camera in between.
Wait, is that what you were suggesting?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Why not?
Maybe we'll have a more concrete conversation next time.
Well, when we actually structure it. I quite like this whole spitballing thing, though.
Because I think people like it, though, don't they? Because when I listen to podcasts, it's just.
So let's talk about the government. It's like, well, who gives a fuck? Like,
just put us on telly while you're having your food. I don't know.
The podcast to fall asleep to. Do you know what I mean? If I can be sleep therapy to somebody, and that's great. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, our voices in someone's dream.
Our voices in somebody's dream.
Right, all right then, Dylan.
All right then, mate.
Let's do it.
Okay, sound.
Okay, thank you for listening, and we will see you next episode.
Bye.
Bye.
Yo, that's fun.
Yeah.
Hey.